Yes, my guys. Yes, my guys. This is 24K the Great, and I'm back at y'all with a real special episode. Understand me now? Real special episode of this Rlaarlo. Understand me now? We're gonna get to it. Now, on one of them videos, my guys told me, if I forgot what guy video I was watching when he told me about the Rlaarlos, and he said you had to put some heat to them boats, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing to that boat right there. So got our focus in on it. Got a little bit better phone than I had in my last camera. But if you can see right here, I had to drill on two of them to get them out. That's even with good tools. Understand what I'm saying? You're going to have to put some heat on them because the type of Loctite they have on there it's some tough stuff. So you have to put some heat on it before you put your tool in there and get these screws up on the bottom when you're trying to mess with this Rlaarlo. Okay? Now, what I did, my guys, I told you I was going to take y'all through every step of the way of this Rlaarlo. And I'm not going to do this video more different than I did the rest of when I'm building these cars, my guy, because y'all be seeing the finishing product sometime, or they be halfway done or whatnot. And I don't show y'all what all I had to go through to get to where I'm trying to get to. Understand what I'm saying? So if y'all could see on this Rlaarlo, I have took those serpent ties like I told y'all I'm going to do with the adapters and everything. These come off the Serpent 8S979, all the on-road 6S cars, 1/8 scale on-road cars, like the pan cars. That's what you get these ties right here from. You can see the stats on it's a little wider in the back. Understand what I'm saying? Now, you can get those tires, like I said, but you're going to have to run the adapters with them. Like I said, it's a good, nice setup for this Rlaarlo to keep the nice look, but you don't want the tires poking out of the outside of the frame of the car, or the body of the car, because it's like a 190 millimeter. Don't quote me now. It might be a 200, but I think it's a 190 millimeter if you are looking for a new body for it. And I think this stats on here look very nice when it comes to the Rlaarlo. Understand me now? This what I think. That stance look, I'm talking about, that looks superb on that thing. Of course, I'm going to lower it a little bit so I can cuff that tie some more, because I don't like how that's sitting up over that tie. That's a contact in the front. I think it's a 26 millimeter. I was going to go with a 30, but I kind of like the 26 millimeter with that serpent tie on the back. And then it's the serpent front tie, not the rear. The rear is wider, but this is the front tie. And I think that's enough wideness for it to sit up under that body. And believe it or not, that front tie ain't even a millimeter taller than the back tie. I mean, the back tie is a millimeter taller than the front tie, I think, about a millimeter. But it's not that where it's off where you can throw your ratios off front and back, so you don't have to worry about that. If that's what you're thinking, your ratio is going to be off because they're about the same size, tallness of tie and rim. It just got a little bit more beefier on the back. It will make it look like it's extra tall, but it's not. It's no more taller than the stock tie. The stock ties that comes on there. If I can put them side by side, it's just wider. Understand me now? Dig that. See, I'm gonna take y'all through everything I'm going through with this Rlaarlo. This is a well-built car. When I say built car, it has everything on a 10 scale car that you could think of to really get that car dialed in like you want to. Rlaarlo is a small company, but they thought about every little knick-knack that we be having when we trying to build a nice drag car or speed running car. Understand me now? Now, this is the aluminum chassis. And on the carbon fiber chassis, it was a roller. On the carbon fiber chassis, you don't have to worry about shaving none of this stuff here off to put your electronics and stuff on, because your electronics can't sit on these, these things right here. So you can shave it off. That's what I did. I shaved mine down. Now it looked kind of whack, but in the future, I'm gonna end up getting me some carbon fiber made for this junk, skirts made for the side to go with that aluminum, or either I'm just gonna change it out, the whole thing, to the carbon fiber chassis. I'm gonna do one of the two things. Either these gonna change to carbon fiber on the side, or I'm gonna go ahead and just order the carbon fiber chassis. Now, these for us getting this gear here out, this plastic gear. Now I heard a lot about getting a new motor mount made for the Rlaarlo and everything, and I heard a lot about guys breaking these tie rod ends right here, what you call these links for the arm. Understand me now? Turnbuckles for the arm, I mean. So let's get the correct pronunciation. Turnbuckles for you, for as your arms is concerned, so you can get the right adjustments and everything. Now, some people use the front for the back. If you ever get tired, but I'm gonna end up eventually changing mine to aluminum. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, I don't know if it's any better product that they have, but I know aluminum probably be a little stronger than this plastic because I seen them breaking up in this. So this part gonna be aluminum, this part gonna be aluminum. Now, I don't know about the aluminum they have in the middle where you make the adjustments at. I don't know if that's even better with the upgraded kit, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Now, for us these gears here, now I was gonna take this whole assembly out. That's why I showed y'all the bottom while I was taking the screws out. I was gonna take this whole assembly out right here, and I'm gonna either use the upgraded motor mount, or I'm gonna find me another motor mount that I can, think of a jig up in there and make it work. If not, I'm just gonna use the upgraded motor mount with the sliding piece on there, and I'm gonna change this gear out. But I heard a lot of good things about this gear here. See, this gear is kind of made out of some kind of hard plastic they using or whatnot. So I took the grub screws out of mine and everything because I'm trying to go head on and do my thing with the Rlaarlo because it's got two grub screws. One holding this on right here. There's one in the back of there that's holding the grub, got a grub screw in the back, if y'all can see. Let me get back there. There it is. It's holding this back piece on. So I was thinking about putting me a Go Mod 1. This is a Traxxas gear. I don't know how it's going to fit against this motor mount or the new motor mount that I might get, because I might just use this one for the meantime and then upgrade in the future. I'm not for sure. By being so cheap, I might just go ahead and buy one. But I'm trying to show y'all how y'all can build this car and make it a real dragster without spending a lot of money. Understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get overwhelmed with things and we just get to spending money because sometimes we just like to bolt things on and go. But I'm trying to see, could I work a way around that and still give y'all a good drag car without spending a lot of money. Put it that way. That's what I'm on right now. So I took all that loose, and I'm thinking about running a Mod 1 gearing for it. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking about trying to get these. I ain't never liked plastic at all, but I heard seeing guys run this stock plastic gear on this shaft right here, and it haven't gave them a problem at all. I mean, I promise you, I'm very cautious because I don't like taking stuff apart, constantly putting things back together and everything. So I'm very on the fence of this. I want to try it because I like how quiet that quiet sound, that zip sound, it makes so quiet. I'm kind of like, I want to try it. And I don't know, guys, I'm on the fence. So whatever I do, I'm going to keep y'all informed on this part of this car here, on this build. Now the diffs, I am going in the diffs, front and the rear. I'm going to add a little 200K in the front, and I'm going to put a little 100K in the rear, okay? All right, the shocks, they feel kind of decent to me. And if I feel like in the front, I might have to put a bump stop in the front so it won't drop, but it feel like it's not going to do a lot of dropping. Them shocks is they got everything pretty much dialed in, like I said. And the big thing about this thing, it had the suede bars and the droop screws. Now that is very important when you trying to dial a car in, them droop screws, and set your body and your ride height and everything. There's one thing you got to watch with any of these builds that y'all dealing with cars with droop screws, even when you're drag racing. If that droop is off, that means one of your tires gonna fall before the other one, and it's gonna make things real difficult trying to do a straight line run. Understand what I'm saying? You got to make sure them tires come up and down at the same time, front and back. Do the front first, look at the front. Do the back, look at the back. Make sure they come down at the same time when you have droop screws. Now, if you don't have droop screws, you have to work with the shocks, do the thingamajig with the shocks when you're trying to, get the right ride height. That's why I'm glad Rlaarlo did what they did with this car here. Like I said, they thought of every little thing that counts or bothers people that's trying to build a real successful speed run car or drag car. Understand what I'm saying? So I am going, if y'all can see him, with a Castle 2400. Yes, I am going with a Castle 2400 sensor setup with the Mama X. Yes, sir. I'm doing a Mama X in there. Sensor setup with the 2400 kV Castle. I'm going Castle on Castle sensor. And I'm going to make this thing through the thug thizzle. Understand what I'm saying? So I can be able to use any kind of gear I want to use on it. So I wanted to show y'all the stats on this car, the things that I'm going to do to this car to make this car a successful drag racer. Understand me now? And y'all will see this thing. I haven't gave it a name yet, but y'all will see this thing in action when I'm done. Now, it's going to look like it came from the factory when I'm through with it. Right now, I'm just knick-knacking, taking things apart, trying to see how to do this, because they really don't give you any instructions to do these things with the Rlaarlo. You just, if you're already mechanically inclined, you had cars, you know just about what it needs and what to do to them to get them there. But look at the stats on this thing, man. The stats on this thing with them serpentines on the back. Man, when I tell you that thing looks so good, man. And it sit like it's supposed to sit, and the body fits, and everything. I'm talking about everything sit right on that thing, man. That's how I'm gonna do it, right there with the wheelie bar and everything. And I'm gonna make my own bat wings for the back right here. And if they don't keep this car stable with a gyro, I'm gonna change this body out to make it more aerodynamic with some downforce in the back. There you have it. Your boy 24K the Great. And this is the Rlaarlo, and we will get back at you. Like I said, and I am a car freak. There you have it, the Rlaarlo.